Hello, teachers. This presentation will cover how to use formative assessments with different technology tools. All right, let's first start by reviewing what is a formative assessment. A formative assessment is a strategy in which teachers assess whether students have learned or mastered content either before, during, or after a lesson. They are designed to help teachers decide what their next steps for instructions are, whether to reteach to a certain group of students or to reteach to all of the students. They are important to give frequently and before a summative assessment or a unit post test. Technology allows for teachers to save time with grading and analyzing data. And so, therefore, there are many different types of technology tools that can assist with formative assessments. I've chosen two to cover during this presentation. We will discuss quizzes and flickers. Quizzes. Say goodbye to worksheets and crosswords, teachers. Quizzes is very similar to Kahoot, which is something that we use frequently here at this school. With quizzes, teachers can create quizzes or choose from the thousands of already preloaded quizzes that are on the website. The kids can play against each other, but the main difference here between quizzes and Kahoot is that the kids can play at their own pace. It does not have to be whole group. So I'm going to take you through the Quiz website. And so this is what the home page looks like. Over here on the left, you have different toolbar. You have your toolbar with different options. You can find a quiz, create a new quiz, your own, or you can find one that's already preloaded. You have reports. So after the kids complete quizzes, you do have access to the data on who got the questions right or wrong. Over here is where we can search for a quiz. So I'm going to type in text features as my search. You can also search by subject, but I'm just going to search by that standard. So then you notice here that over 21,000 results have been found of already preloaded quizzes, which is really pretty cool. On this column here, you have the different 21,000 quizzes that are there. And as you look at each quiz, over here in this column, you have the example of the quiz. This quiz here has been played 39,000 times. It's from third grade. You see how many people like it. You can see over here, if you like it, you can view it, the full quiz, or you can add it to a class. So I'm going to click add just to show you what it's like. And so when you click add, you can create collections. You can do it by, you can create a reading collection, or you can create a class. I just added that to reading, 5th grade reading, K through 3rd, whichever one you would like. All right. So when you are ready to play the quiz, you can click the button play. Now there's different options here. You can play it live. That means you're playing it in the classroom and everyone's playing at the same time. Or you can do homework, which I really like this tool because you can also link this into Verge, which is our LMS. So when you click homework, you have to set up the parameters. When's the last date that they can do it? How much time do they have? They have different options here. Do you want to shuffle the questions? Or do you want them to be able to see the answers? Do you want them to see the leaderboard? Etc., etc. So I'm going to go for there, click proceed. Now I can either write this on the board, send it home with the game code. This is where they would log in. Here is the game code. Or I can click remind and it will take me to my remind website and I can just send it to the parents, which is even pretty cool because the kids can complete the quiz on their parents' phone if they do not have computer access. So I'm going to go back to my quiz. I'm going to click on this quiz to show you what it does look like from a student's point of view. And it's 198,063. So now that I have the link, I'm just going to put in my code. And be sure your kids put their first and last name. I don't let them do nicknames because you want to be able to see the data. Start. We'll count them down. And so again, they can do it at their own pace. And this will be the leaderboard. Mark the wrong answer. You see what it does. All right. So that's what it looks like from the kids' perspective. Okay, I'm going to discard that too. All right. So Quizzes is really pretty cool. I do like all of the features of that, and it's something that I strongly recommend you try it out. All right, let's go back to our presentation. Our other formative assessment that I want to talk to you all about is Plickers. Plickers is different from Quizzes and Kahoot. Quizzes is a play off of the old-fashioned traditional clickers. Like back in the day, the kids would just have a little clicker that they would point, click, and say what their answer is. With Plickers, the kids get a card that each card is individualized to each student, and they would hold up the card as it relates to what answer they think is correct. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that. So here's what the cards look like in big print. And so each student is assigned a number, either 1, 2, 3, 4, and they will hold the card up. If they think the answer is D, they will hold up the D side. If they think it's A, they will hold up A, C, etc., and so forth. So the teacher has an app on her phone or on her tablet where all she has to do is scan the room, and it picks up all of the kids' answers and imports the data into the teacher's website. So I'm going to show you what the actual website looks like now. So this is also another free app. All you have to do is set it up, and when you go to the home page, it's going to give you these little tips and checks of things that you need to do. So, your first step would be to get the mobile app, so you would have to download it onto your phone, and then you would come over here to your library and you would add some questions to ask. So all you have to do here is click New Set and type in your questions. Here is where your answers will go. And you can, if it's a graded assignment, you can click the correct answer. All you gotta do is just choose. This is more like a survey question, so I would click survey. There's no right or wrong answer. And then I can click the plus sign if I wanted to add another one. If not, I can just go back to home. Over here is where I would add my classes. I could click new class. It's really pretty simple. I have some classes already set up. I've already created the folders. So now I'm going to add my students. As I type my students, it's going to automatically assign them a number for the card. Okay. So then the last step would be to download the card. So when I download it, this page will come up that looks like this. You can also buy them on Amazon. Sorry about that. If you buy them on Amazon, they'll come already laminated on cardstock. They do suggest that you do that for durability. All right, so let's just talk about some similarities and differences between these two formative similarities. They're both free, my favorite. Both provide data reports about students' answers, and they're both formatives that can be used to inform instruction. The differences are Quizzes comes preloaded with thousands of already created quizzes. Plickers does not. Quizzes allow students to play at their own pace. Pickers is whole group. Plickers requires only one technology tool in the classroom, the teacher's phone or app or MacBook or iPad. Quizzes requires every student to have a device. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on some different formative assessment tools.